The NBA and hip hop are having a passion problem.
I don't like guys who've been injured in college. For now, he's been injured.
Hold on, run it back.
It is. Like, I can't invest in that because I know I don't like guys who've been injured in college. For now, he's been injury prone. I don't know if it's cramps, whatever it is. Like, I can't invest in that because I know it's 2 times as many games in the NBA. Way harder.
Yeah, damn, 3 times.
Yeah, it's way harder. And if you can't deal with it in college, it's a good chance you probably will deal with it in the NBA.
You think it's probably the best option for him to just shut it down?
In a recurring interview segment with the NBA on NBC, when Michael Jordan was asked if he sees the mindset necessary to achieve greatness in current players, he responded, "It's hard to be hungry when you have."
Do you see the players of today's basketball with that mindset to achieve greatness?
It's hard to be hungry when you have. Simple as that. I mean, if you don't have, you are willing to do whatever you have. So my mental approach was go in, do my job, be the best basketball player I can be, and all the chips and everything outside of that, I had people that was handling that, you know. But basketball court, I'm handling it, right?
Legendary boxing figure Marvin Hagler echoed a similar sentiment. It's hard to get up in the morning to do road work when you're sleeping in silk pajamas. Both statements reflect an issue that is prevalent in the formerly competitive fields of both hip-hop and the NBA.
So do y'all feel like y'all get too comfortable when y'all in a good position in y'all life? Do y'all feel like when y'all have, y'all don't do as much as y'all would do if y'all didn't have? I feel like me personally, I could say yeah, but I could also say I do probably, like, when I don't work, it's because I'm too comfortable. I'll say yeah. It's natural, definitely. Yeah. Shit happens to everybody.
NBA contracts for star players inflating, and the advent of NIL allowing players to be paid in college, and in some cases for the nation's best, even being paid while still in high school, the passion for the game is being lost in the pursuit of money. The same could be said for hip-hop, with labels choosing to push what's artificial instead of prioritizing artist development, ultimately leading to a new class of rappers that lack the same substance and staying power like generations of old. With money, social media fame, and individual accomplishment all playing a part as to why the younger generation of prospects for both fields aren't exhibiting the same desire for success. But where does this lack of passion stem from? The circumstances that the current generation is growing up in are completely different than their predecessors. No phones, social media, and fewer channels on their black and white television force kids to have to look elsewhere for entertainment. Go outside, explore, use your imagination.
Hendo, what you think of halftime? What's halftime? You talking about like when we playing a game of basketball and we on halftime?
Fall down, get back up. One's game was honed through competitive practice on the concrete, playing against tougher and older competition.
Oh, Super Bowl? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch the Super Bowl halftime show. I've seen a clip or two, but I genuinely did not watch the Super Bowl halftime show. I won't even give y'all an opinion on the halftime show because I didn't even watch it. Bro went live when I'm in the library. Bro, what you doing? Studying, my nigga?
Not in an air-conditioned gym, playing against cones and performing repetitive moves to stimulate real-life experience, as opposed to going out and getting it. This is
I can react to it on
hip-hop
stream
as
though.
well. In order to hone one's skill as an MC, they would go outside in search of freestyle or battle rap competitions where a burgeoning rapper will receive trial by fire. One will either sink or swim on the stage, being critiqued by your closest peers. Regardless of this outcome, either through
Why young Jay-Z look like Mario a little bit? It gotta be the cut or something. Does he not look like Mario a little bit?
success or failure, it built resilience which will be carried on throughout an artist's career. They say the love of money is the pursuit of evil, and with players being able to be paid for their talents as early as high school, they often develop a love for the money rather than the love of the game. As Jordan said, it's hard to be hungry when you have. The fuel for older generation was to ascend to the professional level so that they could take care of themselves and their loved ones. The desire for financial stability is removed early on from the current group of prospects, and so now they must rely on their passion for the extra push. However, that fiery passion that comes from not having can make one burn brighter. But on the other hand, one's flame can quickly dissipate under the weight of pressure and expectations. Fans often complain about the skyrocketing cost of participating in organized basketball, but also complain the league has a nepotism problem. These two complaints go hand in hand when preferring players who got it out the mud. There's a reason audiences gravitate to athletes like Lamar Jackson or Anthony Edwards. Their journeys to stardom are reflective of the everyman, having to work their way up from the bottom to ascend to the levels of success they achieved. And when fans see these players, they remind themselves that they can do it too. Compare that to someone like Bronny James, who, while talented in his own right, most can glean that his accomplishments come from the name on the back of his jersey, not from his talent alone. The same can be seen in hip-hop. The predatory nature of the music industry makes it hard to fall in love with the process of creating music. But we also see the proliferation of rappers who simply don't try to put their best foot forward in their music at all.
See, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. Well, as far as basketball, the main problem with basketball is, even though people don't have the passion for the game, I feel like the nepotism was going to happen regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, the nepotism aspect of everything was going to happen regardless. You mean to tell me we got 6'10" LeBron James having kids? Bro, all he's doing is making his dream teammate, bro. Like, that was going to happen. That was inevitable. You tell me Gilbert Arenas can have a son? Bro, yes, he's going to the NBA. I can't even be mad at that. You feel me? But that just makes all those that don't have an NBA dad work harder than those that already do. That's why you see people like Anthony Edwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that genuinely are like nitty gritty hungry for this. You feel what I'm saying? Like, nobody work harder than somebody that's like nitty gritty hungry. When I say nitty gritty, I'm talking about from straight out the mud, like nothing at the bottom, just you and the bottom, bro. Just you and the bottom. That's it. DeMar DeRozan. You could say DeMar DeRozan. Here this nigga go with the Ant glaze. All right, bro. Ant want that ring right now. That's what I'm saying, bro. You could tell when somebody's genuinely nitty gritty hungry, though.
Some will even freely admit they take pride in not trying and won't put forth the effort necessary to become better at their craft.
I'm saying I'm only 40% of my craft because to this day, with all the success I've had and everything I had, I still don't know what a hi-hat is. I don't know what a reverb is. I don't know how to tell you what I want you to do to the song. I don't know the terminology. I don't know
how to verbally execute what you're
I don't know how to verbally execute what I'm trying to do yet.
Social media fame also plays a role in youth not being as passionate about their respect.
Hey, that boy threw out verbally execute. That boy baby snatched that shit immediately, nigga. Listen,
I don't know the terminology. I don't know
how to verbally execute what you're
I don't know how to verbally execute what I'm trying to do yet.
Social media fame also plays a role in youth not being as passionate about their respective fields. Instead, seeking the acclaim that comes from social media validation than the praise that comes from in-game or in-studio execution. Listen, I don't have to be the one to tell you that social media has drastically altered the public consciousness. For athletes, that means editing a 10-second clip out of a 40-minute game showing your one highlight for your Instagram followers to gawk over. Or, as a case for former NBA superstar Ben Simmons, posting one summer workout routine showcasing promising highlights just to get in the season and not demonstrate any of the skills that were shown on display.
But that's the thing, we all knew Ben Simmons was bullshitting. Bro, his initials are literally BS, bro. We knew he was playing. All right, every time Ben Simmons dropped one of them sweaty workout routines, every summer we knew he was playing. We knew he wasn't serious. Let's not act like we thought he was serious. And that first summer, I ain't gonna lie. That first summer, Ben Simmons low-key had me fooled. That first summer, Ben Simmons had me fooled. But right after that first summer and I seen him do that, no. No, you're not getting me again. You're not getting me again, BS. Seriously, you're not getting me again.
Too often, we see select clips from AAU basketball camps where players
Sid's talking about Ben Simmons we're getting ready to start at the point guard position. Ben Simmons could barely run any other position. Now he over there on swamp boats and stuff doing, you feel me, fish catching. I don't know what he be doing. You know what I'm saying? It was like, Ben Simmons, we already knew he was bullshit.
Demonstrate their bag work against smaller, younger competition. For the newer generation, the flex is more powerful than the work itself. Hip-hop is similar. Instead of making music with the intention of contributing value back to the masses, the art form has since been colonized by those that seek only to enrich themselves. More and more rappers are coming out to blatantly admit that they don't care about rap and are in it strictly for the money.
I forgot they put Ben Simmons over LeBron. I hate to get back on this subject, but bro, we genuine, bro. Ben Simmons was not that tough at LSU. Let's keep it. All right, I'm getting distracted. My fault.
Hip hop is a unique art form created to reflect the attitudes and mindsets of its listeners. When the genre pushes those that don't appreciate its beauty, it becomes oversaturated with mediocre artists who ultimately produce mediocre projects. Around 2018, I vividly remember a time when the method to get exposed on the rap scene was colorful hair and creating some kind of gimmick around oneself to draw additional attention. Their music was an afterthought. It was then created with the idea of imitating what is already popular instead of innovating with one's own unique style and sound. Unfortunately, in the social media era, not much has changed. The overall desire to hoard all fame and accolades to oneself is doing damage to both respective fields as well. The desire to win individual accolades at the expense of team camaraderie has slowly infested both fields. Often, the response depends on the status of the person the question is being posed to. While role players might be content with simply collecting the money, those with higher aspirations often shoot to acquire the ultimate prize as a means of solidifying one's legacy. There is no I in team, but there is an I in individual. And players today recognize that to collect these supermax contracts, one has to meet certain solitary criteria like All-Stars and All-NBAs. To my point earlier about money playing a large role in shaping the NBA landscape, the NBA had to implement a policy to ensure that players actually participated in the necessary games to reach the monetary requirements. Hip-hop is much the same way, with the genre being more divided than ever. While some rappers, like Young Thug, attribute this to Kendrick Lamar's rejection of Drake's vain attempt at unifying the only two rappers that could compete with him. Others, like myself, recognize that the division in hip-hop started long before the Kendrick and Drake beef.
Man, the economy too messed up for them not to be caring about money nowadays, man. Look, nowadays in this economy is do or die. I don't blame all these youngins and these young cats with these NILs nowadays, bro. The world messed up nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, people just trying to make their money. I can't even hate on it. Yeah, it does ruin the passion, but at the end of the day, it's a dog-eat-dog world out here. Kawhi was literally sitting out full seasons. Kawhi and Embiid, bro, it's a lot of people that was genuinely sitting out for seasons and getting paid. But can I hate on them? No, they getting their money. They getting their money.
Think back to when was the last time you heard a posse cut? Multiple rappers from various different regions and cliques will link up, collaborate on a singular track, introducing fans to whole new artists that they had never heard before. DJ Khaled was notorious for this, creating absolute bangers of posse cuts and then releasing remixes of the original songs, featuring even more artists. Speaking of cliques, another aspect of hip-hop that has gone extinct is rappers being in crews or groups. Rappers' egos feel like they should be in sole possession of the star recognition, as well as the meager splits of revenue between artists are often the driving force behind why rap groups are no longer formulated today, and if they are, split up just as quickly as they were created. Both rap groups and posse cuts desperately need to make a return in hip-hop, as they both brought an element of fun and excitement that is desperately missing from today's solo acts. Camaraderie, kinship, and community are key aspects that hip-hop was built on, and to see it missing from today's mainstream artists could explain why the genre is seeing dwindling fan interest. When artists combine to collaborate on a song, it is not only an act of selflessness necessary for the continued growth of the genre, it is also a creative effort, showcasing that the whole of the genre is greater than the sum of its parts.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, they don't care about that no more. These youngins don't care about doing anything of that nature anymore. They don't care about collabing. They do care about collabing, but it's usually like one-to-one features. You know what I'm saying? Like me and bro feature because we cool. It's too many egos in any space of the world right now. You look at the underground, these guys are supposed to be humble. These guys are supposed to be down to earth and humble. Man, them boys got egos too. So it's like not really anybody don't got an ego in any space now, bro. Even the little league got egos. So it's like, bro, if every single lane has egos, what can you do? You gotta do this shit on your own. It's like the world, like, the entertainment industry has put people so much in a box of ego-ness to where it's like, bro, if you work with anybody, it's bound to be an ego clash, bro. All they want to do is paint their nails and gimmick rap. Literally, bro. Literally.
It shows that when artists put away their pride for the advancement of the art form we all love, magical things can happen.
That's the problem, the gimmicks. Everybody wants to be a gimmick. Everybody want to be like, bro, and I just always found that weird. Like, why do you want to be somebody else? Like, am I tripping? Like, why do you want to be another person? Why are you trying to, like, cosplay as somebody else? Because essentially that's what gimmick rapping is. Like, that's what, I mean, I get it if you paying homage, but like, and it's not like the way that, like, bro, it's like, I'm not dissing nobody, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a couple people I know that do it right. Like, Non-Vicious, he do it cool. Techie, he does it cool. It's a lot of people that do it regularly, right? But when we get to the point of, like, you genuinely are cosplaying, now it's like, all right, bro, you taking it too far. You taking it too far, bro. You taking it too far. That's where we going too far with it. In fact, it's like people are less creative or unoriginal. Yeah, people think unoriginality is going to take them to the top. That's not what's going to happen. Yeah, unoriginality, because you took somebody else's idea, will give you a bit of a boost, but it's not going to take you to the top, ever.